everyone, and welcome to another video review by Darth Devious. Today, a Nightmare on Elm Street video game retro cloth Freddy Krueger. Now, he's not in the package, I already have him out, but you can see there the wonderful artwork that always goes with these NECA figures, and it will end up on my wall at some point in time, just like, you know, let's see if I can get it. That stuff up there. Yeah. So, really cool artwork as usual. And since this is the video game one, it's, you know, he doesn't have any color on his glove. The sweater's more orange and a lighter shade of orange, and his pants are orange, and his eyes are just straight black, and that actually makes him pretty creepy. You can read the write-up on the back if you want. Now, I've always said that these are 8-inch figures. I was looking at some of my other figures. I am mistaken. These are actually 7-inch figures. Their other figures are 6-inch, the hard plastic ones. So, there you go. But yeah, here he is. He's pretty cool. And because this is the newer body that NECA uses for these retro figures, he has a lot of articulation, which I really like. And you can take his hat off. His hat actually sits on really nicely. The other two Freddy Kruegers I have, his hat doesn't sit on so well. The hat's kind of a hard plastic. We'll discuss that in a minute, because that's what makes it hard for it to stand. But this one seems to be molded better to fit on his head. Friday the 13th, or Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Freddy's hat stays on better than a Nightmare on Elm Street 1's hat. But yeah, as you can see, come in, we'll take a look at his face here, and you can see the black eyes and the grungy teeth. Oh, focus, focus. And it's not as detailed as some of the other figures because it's the video game version. They're trying to keep it simplified, and I like that. It's really cool having these. So you got that. His head is on a ball joint. You see, you can get Some of these heads move better than others. My Part 6 Jason, his head doesn't move very well. I kind of don't move his head. I've got it in a pose where I like it, so I leave it like that. But yeah, he's got pin and socket at the shoulder. If the clothes weren't there, he could do a full 360. He's got swivel in his arm. He's got a little more than 90 degrees at his elbow, which is nice. The wrists swivel and pivot back and forth, so that's always cool. So, he's got a waist joint. His legs go forward, they go back. They rotate, which is something the earlier versions of these retro figures didn't do. He's got a nice bend at the knee, not quite 90 degrees, and he's got pivot at his feet. So, all in all, you can get him in some nice hunched over poses. Put his hat back on. You are all my pixels now. So this is really cool. I bring in the 6-inch hard plastic version. And this is before they gave us the Ultimate Freddy. And the Ultimate Freddy, his lower legs were actually very posable. This is the standard legs that NECA's Nightmare on Elm Street figures had for so damn long. I really wish they had made the articulated legs to begin with, but better legs is something fairly new to NECA, as in only the last couple years. His hat is a soft plastic, and I do need to take my hair dryer to it at some point in time, and I dropped his hat. Oh well. His head has a bit of a wash to it, but he still has the blackened eyes and stuff, and the simplified color schemes go together. But you can't really do much posing with him other than his arms. And I just don't think he's as imposing like that. That swaggery, tilted hip thing. At least this, I can get him hunched over and he's running after you. So there. So, yeah. I still think this is available at Toys R Us stores if you go find it, or online you might be able to find it. It's recommended. It's not a bad figure. I love these retro figures. As you know, I have a whole bunch of them. And this was actually a gift from my friend Greg, and I appreciate it so much. So, there you go. NECA's retro style video game Freddy Krueger from the NES game. 2 thumbs up. You all be good. Later.